Why, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your hosting guy, Zollin Ironshield, and today, I see you. Alright, no, I mean, Sauron. We're gonna be exploring more of Middle-earth. I've been doing a series here on looking at the new updated art and stuff in RiseToWar. I've been enjoying doing it thoroughly. I hope you've been enjoying it too. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you would be great. We do a lot of Lord of the Rings on this channel, but let's go ahead and just get straight into it. I've been touching on lore things and information, and first lore thing I'm going to touch on is, which a lot of you know if you're a big Lord of the Rings fans, but since I do lore videos on this channel as well, if you didn't know, Sauron describes Sauron as an eye, but he doesn't actually say he is a giant eye and a flaming on a tower. This game obviously has the rights to the New Line Cinema movies, right? The main Peter Jackson series. But it looks awesome, the tower. And again, I wouldn't change it. I think it was a good addition to make it an eye. It helps for the moviegoers, even people who haven't read the book, to kind of understand what's going on. Because technically, Sauron did have one of the Palantirs, and the Palantirs are not crystal balls. They are a type of stone, a seeing stone. They also, from what we know, don't give the ability to see the future or anything like that. They're more like communication devices, like D&D, where they're like the stones, right? Sending stones. I think that's the term I was trying to remember. That you could talk to someone in real time with them from far distances. But yes, so they can do that. They can also kind of scry the land. So this idea that the eye is moving, looking for the ring, was in fact correct. So that's why the idea of making him a giant eye, because he wasn't really able to come out physically, even though he technically wasn't a giant fiery eye. But it was a good idea from a lore perspective, okay? So I thought it was really, really cool. But again, I know the Rings of Power TV series has added a lot of, I would say, fan fiction, whether you like them or don't like them. Some things I like, some things I don't like. But I remember they kind of did something where, like, the Queen Muriel, like, had Galadriel touch it, and she, like, saw the future for a minute or something, or part of the future. From everything I know, they don't have that power. I think they're kind of confusing them with crystal ball kind of thing, and I don't think Tolkien would like that, personally. I don't think he'd like that. They are a stone. They are a type of rock that's been polished. And if you are someone in a lapidary work, that's a cool name, of a thing, it's basically polishing rocks and doing things with rock work and jewelry and different things with rocks. It's really cool. I used to do it in high school. I love that stuff. My uncle my great-grandpa was insane with that too. I have some of his stuff. It's beautiful. Moving on, not important right now, but I think that's really cool idea that he has the Palantir and he's looking for Frodo. So that idea in the movie where he like looks in that spot and Frodo like falls at the beginning and he's like, Frodo, and Sam's all slow-mo with the scary music. I mean, that's kind of cool, right? Because in theory, it can see through certain things like clouds and stuff, but technically it's still hard to see things through certain stuff. Tolkien leaves some stuff gray there on how it works in that way. But pretty much communication device is one of the big points, which is why Denethor actually is communicating with Sauron in the books. And it's actually very impressive that Denethor held his own will against Sauron, who is kind of like the Lord of Gifts and deceiving everyone, right? He deceived her with the gifts, that was the point. But I just think that's kind of a cool little tidbit, which of course they made Denethor seem like a terrible father in the movies. He's a lot nicer and better leader in the books, but the movie version's still good. So anyway, that's what it looks like. It looks pretty cool. Let's bring up the card here about it. Well, I had a lot of side information there to give about Barad-dûr. Hopefully you enjoyed that kind of stuff. Again, this is more of a lore video today with cool background music and art. Barad-dûr is a terrifying stronghold to the east of arid Ithun Mountains, near the plateau of Gorgoroth. I don't know why I'm talking like an orc. It is the capital of Mordor, the most wicked realm of Middle-earth, located not far from Mount Doom, where the One Ring was forged. Barad-dûr was built through the use of dark magic and has seen the creation of many wretched creatures. And then we have chapter, someone said from the book, who said this quote? I wish it would say who said the quote. It just says who the book from is. So I'm kind of have to guess, read ahead. Then at last his gaze was held. Wall upon wall, battlement upon battlement, black, immeasurable, strong, mountain of iron, gate of steel, tower of adamant. He saw it. Barad-dûr, fortress of Sauron. All hope left him. Okay, so that actually was Tolkien saying that. That was Tolkien describing. I believe that's when Frodo sees the tower, right? After he, or is it Sam? I think it's one of them, I believe, unless it's at the end when it's one of the other groups seeing with the army. But from what says him, I'm assuming they're talking about Frodo or Sam when they go up past the spider, right? The movie changes some stuff, but cool, very cool. Anyway, I guess again, let me know in the comments. Are you guys enjoying this kind of content videos? I think it's kind of fun. It's like bite-sized lore things where we get to see some cool visuals done by the RiseToWar game here. All right, so the next thing we're going to look at real quick is Tower of Cirith Ungol, which is what I was just describing, right? It's very tiny, but again, it's because, you know, it's to scale in the game here to your fortresses. But the Tower of Cirith Ungol still looks pretty cool. But let's look at their art thing here. Ooh, scary sound effects in the background. The Tower of Cirith Ungol is a bastion in the pass of Cirith Ungol, built by the Gondorians after the War of the Last Alliance to keep watch over Mordor. As Sauron's power returned, his minions seized control of the tower, and it became an outpost of Minas Morgul. Probably some Nazgul reading that or something. And then we have Minas Morgul. Look at how cool that looks. It's so cool. Oh man, it looks so cool. Anyway, Minas Morgul is freaking awesome. And you kind of see, like, I almost imagine that these are like spirits, you know, that like the Nazgul, Sauron, and the Witch King are like imprisoning or something. I think that's the idea they got. That part in the movie is just so good, right? When Sam and Frodo are trying to go up the secret flight of stairs, which, by the way, they don't have a secret flight of stairs around here somewhere, do they? Because that would be an awesome Easter egg. Like if you watched my previous one, there was a I don't see any secret stairs. Are there any around Cirith Ungol? It would have been kind of cool to put a little staircase just for an Easter egg. I know they put all the beacons, which was kind of cool, which we looked in the previous video of this that I made, if you want to check that out. But anyway, it obviously inspired exactly from the movie. So cool. Just so freaking cool. That part where it's like, and then like the whole Minas Tirith is like, oh my gosh. It's like, our enemy, Gandalf, our enemy is ready. He approaches. Or whatever he says. Something like that. Not exact. Minas Morgul, known as Minas Ithil before it fell to the forces of Mordor, the sister fortress city to Minas Tirith, by the way, if you didn't know. Minas Morgul is a menacing fortress near the pass of Cirith Ungol in Ephel Dueth Mountains. By the way, all this is really fun Lord of the Rings Online too, which is really cool. Maybe I'll do some lore videos walking around in that. I've already done some in that game, so check out my lore content at all over the channel and some of my tour playlists, Lord of the Rings Online. You'll probably enjoy that if you enjoy this. It is home to the ring race and launching place for many expeditions against Gondor. And all was dark about it, earth and sky, but it was lit with light. Not the light swelling through the marble walls of Minas Ithil long ago, fair and radiant in the hollow of the hills. The Two Towers, Book 4, Chapter 8. Cool. All right, hey guys, we'll end it there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this little series I did with kind of exploring the lore and the locations in this game, leave a like, leave a comment. Do you want me to do more? I'd love to find out from my normal viewers if you enjoyed this. Again, I always going to make some RiseToWar content, but this is kind of fun because this is kind of like a hybrid between RiseToWar and seeing their beautiful art and their cards and stuff, and learning some little lore tidbits about each location that I know for you guys. Have a great day. Subscribe button, like button, comment if you would, be great. You have the means or motivation, maybe check out Patreon, sweet. Next episode will be up there, and over there is a voiceover series in Lord of the Rings Online. See Stay happy, my friends. See you in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings.